We're gonna get through this.
If they don't fight, Netflix, and I'm assuming the representatives of Manny Pacquiao, are gonna be on his ass in court. And that's not a fight he can win right now. Where's the money coming from? Floyd has got to be the dumbest person in a position that he is in, and one of the dumbest rich people alive.
Floyd Mayweather broke down in tears during a private meeting with his legal team after Netflix officially took control of his $90 million custom private jet over unpaid penalties tied to the Pacquiao contract dispute. Sources from inside the Mayweather camp confirmed the emotional collapse happened at Mayweather headquarters in Las Vegas when his attorneys delivered the crushing news that Netflix had activated the asset seizure clause hidden inside the 3 contracts he signed between October and December. One team member who witnessed the moment described Mayweather as completely shattered when he understood the full scale of what was gone, with the boxing icon reportedly saying through tears, "They took my baby. That jet meant everything to me." The $90 million Gulfstream G650ER, built with gold-plated features and Mayweather's personal logo across the interior, was officially moved to Netflix corporate asset division, according to FAA registration documents filed in Los Angeles County.
What is the next step here to make Mayweather honor his word and honor his contract?
Well, for me, he cannot get out for this contract because, a lot of consequences that are going to face if he don't fight this, fulfill this commitment.
Netflix moved fast after Mayweather failed to pay the first $100 million penalty tied to breaking the professional fight contract by publicly calling it an exhibition and throwing doubt on the Sphere venue during his meet and greet. The streaming giant's legal team triggered a rarely used contract rule that gave them the power to take assets equal to the unpaid penalty amount when a fighter breaks the terms within 30 days of public statements that challenged the signed agreement.
Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar company, officially announced that this would be a real fight at the Sphere. So earlier this morning, I spoke to Chaz Mather, who is the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he said it is absolutely a real fight. There's a signed contract. Mayweather signed it. It's in there. That it's a real fight that'll count on their records, and it's going to be at the Sphere. So
Chaz Mather, CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, confirmed to ESPN that all 3 contracts Mayweather signed carried the same asset forfeiture clauses, and each one clearly listed his private jet, his Beverly Hills mansion, and his Miami waterfront property as direct collateral.
Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one.
The contracts were absolutely clear. Floyd placed his most valuable assets forward as a guarantee that he would respect the professional fight commitment. When he broke that agreement, Netflix had every legal right to move forward with the seizure, Mather explained.
Floyd, for a long time, has said he's just robbing the bank, robbing the bank, robbing the bank, robbing the bank. Well, Netflix is saying, according to Manny Pacquiao, no, brother, you're not going to rob the bank anymore. No, we want something of value for you in exchange for this money, which is a real fight.
The jet seizure marks only the beginning of Mayweather's financial storm, as Netflix has also placed preliminary claims on his $26 million Beverly Hills estate and his $18 million Miami Beach mansion as added collateral for the remaining unpaid penalty balance.
He told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like crazy.
I mean, it only could go but so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
Yeah.
Court documents filed in Los Angeles Superior Court reveal that Mayweather still owes Netflix nearly $78 million even after the jet seizure, with interest continuing to grow at 12% every year until the full amount is fully paid.
Then you being in breach of contract, Pacquiao's team could probably sue you, and so can Netflix, because the report is that Floyd and Pacquiao took cash advances with the anticipation of the fight.
Mayweather's lead attorney James Davidson held an emergency press conference outside the courthouse where he called the seizure legally questionable and promised to challenge the action through every available legal path. He stated that Mr. Mayweather was not properly informed of the asset forfeiture timeline and said they believe Netflix acted too early by moving forward before the contractual cure period had fully ended. However, Netflix's legal filing includes time-stamped delivery confirmations, showing that Mayweather's team received 3 separate written notices, each clearly warning that the seizure would happen if payment was not received by the deadline.
Floyd Mayweather is going to go to jail. You play these games with Netflix, that's okay. You can play them games with the jeweler, these properties that you owe money to. You play those games with Netflix, they're going to destroy.
The jet, which Mayweather purchased for $60 million and later added another $30 million in custom upgrades, featured a master bedroom suite, a full shower, a conference room for 12 people, and an entertainment system valued at $2 million alone. Mayweather often posted videos from inside the aircraft on Instagram, showing himself surrounded by stacks of cash while flying across the world, making the jet a major symbol of his money. Mayweather public image. The loss of the jet adds even more pressure to Mayweather's growing financial crisis, which also includes an IRS tax lien for $73 million filed over unpaid federal taxes from past years, putting all his remaining assets at serious risk of government seizure. This situation has become a major warning sign for Floyd.
Damn, Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather. Why they got you up under the gun again on $25 million in taxes? Hey, man, you know, stuff about to get real for you, Floyd, man, because you already owe Gervonta Davis $33 million that you ain't paid him.
Additionally, JetSet Aircraft Inc. is pursuing 15690 for unpaid charter flight services, while 2 Miami jewelers have also filed lawsuits claiming Mayweather still owes more than $14 million for luxury watches and chains he collected but never fully paid for.
So what does this mean, and what's like a potential outcome for this case that's coming up? Well, the lawsuit could have some pretty serious implications, not only for Floyd's legacy, but also for how networks and advisors handle fighter compensation.
A Manhattan luxury condo landlord is now also taking legal action over $330,000 in unpaid rent against Mayweather, even after he signed the lease, moved into the property, and gave clear promises that full payment would be made without delay.
Of fighters, the gloves are now off when it comes to Floyd Mayweather's former landlords, believe it or not. This happened, and it actually has the boxing legend now being sued for more than $330,000 in unpaid rent and damages.
The financial pressure has now created intense speculation across the boxing world about whether Mayweather's comeback fights are fueled by true competitive passion or a desperate need to generate fast cash flow.
The IRS just leaned on him again, Fat Joe style, leaned back on him for another, $7 million? After Floyd took an advance to cash, he took a cash advance on this fight because he signed however many different contracts already, and to sign those, he was paid money and then took a cash advance.
I smell some heavy hypocrisy coming from Floyd's direction.
Canelo Alvarez, who lost to Mayweather by majority decision, posted a cryptic message on Instagram that many saw as a direct shot at his former opponent's financial troubles. He said sometimes the money disappears faster than the legacy. Choose wisely, and shared it beside a photo of himself signing a massive contract extension. Ryan Garcia was far more direct during a Twitch live stream, telling his audience that Floyd spent years talking about money, and now Netflix took his plane, calling it karma. For avoiding real fights and carefully selecting opponents, Gervonta Davis, who was promoted early by Mayweather before their relationship turned cold, refused direct comment, but liked several posts criticizing Mayweather's financial decisions. Eddie Hearn, the well-known boxing promoter, told TV that Mayweather's situation should be a warning for every fighter about protecting wealth and respecting contracts. He said you cannot sign deals, take advance money, and then try to rewrite the terms in public. Netflix is a $400 billion company with the strongest lawyers in the world, and Floyd should have known better.
First one, October 24th. The second one, November the 6th. The third one, December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them. Not only that, but he has taken out an advance on his purse to fight Pacquiao.
Stephen A. Smith dedicated a full segment on First Take to Mayweather's downfall, calling it one of the most shocking financial collapses in sports history for an athlete who earned more than $11 billion during his career. He asked how someone makes $1 billion and still ends up losing a private jet, saying this was not bad luck but complete financial mismanagement on a catastrophic level.
Which is why I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Bayless responded that Mayweather still has time to recover if he honors the Pacquiao fight and delivers the promised Netflix spectacle, which could earn enough money to win back his lost assets. Manny Pacquiao addressed the situation during training in Los Angeles, telling reporters he feels no sympathy for Mayweather's situation because the contract breach disrupted months of preparation. He said Mayweather signed a real fight, accepted the advance money, and now must honor the agreement or face the results because this is business and Netflix is protecting its investment.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure?
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight, okay. Yeah, because I know he said...
I wouldn't fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight.
Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's legendary trainer, was far more blunt in his assessment of Mayweather's character and the decisions that created this entire situation.
Daryl, Mayweather's going down. You need to lose all your money.
Floyd always believed he was smarter than everyone else and that rules were made for other people, not for him, but Netflix just gave him a very expensive lesson about respecting contracts. Freddie Roach made that clear and said this moment exposed everything. The jet seizure also restarted major debate about Mayweather's real net worth, as financial analysts now question if the public image of endless wealth was hiding serious cash flow problems. Forbes once estimated his net worth at $450 million. But the wave of lawsuits, unpaid bills, and asset seizures now suggests his available cash may be far lower than people believed. Mayweather's decision to sell his earlier private jet, his Beverly Hills mansion, and his Miami property now looks less like smart business planning and more like a desperate attempt to raise money before creditors closed. In the Netflix jet seizure followed the exact legal path written inside the contracts, starting with written notice, moving through the cure period, and ending in full asset transfer when payment was not made. FAA records show the aircraft registration officially moved from TB Aviation LLC to Netflix Content Acquisition Holdings, making the seizure fully binding. Netflix has stayed quiet publicly, but internal sources say the company may sell the jet at auction or add it to executive corporate use. Their aggressive legal move sends a clear message to Mayweather and the entire boxing world that broken contracts bring immediate financial consequences. No matter how legendary the fighter may be now, Mayweather faces the biggest decision: either pay the remaining $78 million plus growing interest or watch Netflix move on his Beverly Hills and Miami properties next. His packed fight schedule now looks less like a celebration lap and more like a strategy for financial survival. Boxing fans who once praised his business genius are now watching the money image collapse under unpaid debts, broken agreements, and seized assets. Whether Mayweather can recover from this brutal fall remains unknown, but one truth is clear: losing that $90 million private jet marks a humiliating fall from grace for boxing's self-proclaimed greatest businessman.